Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I am here with day 12 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life Series 15, full of 30 sketches that were exclusive for us. And this one is by Darla Weber and it is a large picture, which I don't normally scrapbook anything but 4x6 or smaller, occasionally a 5x7, but I decided to pull out and this picture that had something in the background. I wanted to kind of be more visual, so I thought this was the perfect one to use in an 8x10. So I am actually diving into my Spectrum Gardenia by 49 and Market. I don't use this often because I love it so much. So I've got my papers, I've got my embellishments, my big picture, my sketch, and let's see how this goes. So I am going to trim this picture down some. I printed it on a full, might have been an 8x11 sheet of photo paper, and it came out with a white border, but I didn't want the white border. Well, actually, I didn't mind the white border, obviously, because I put it back on there, but I needed it to be smaller because it was going to take up almost the entire height of the layout, and I needed a little space for there's like a line, a stripe at the top and a stripe at the bottom, kind of sectioning off this where the picture is, and I wanted to have a little bit of space for that, so I trimmed it down. Now in the background of this picture, lit up in shiny lights, it says Opera House because we were coming out of the Opera House, and I really wanted that to be kind of prominent in the picture. And so that's why I decided to go ahead and do this one in this huge picture format. So we had just gotten done volunteering to work there, and we were on our way home and decided to stop and take a fun picture with the Opera House sign in the background. And so I, like I said, I trimmed it down, but it's a dark picture because it was at night. So I went ahead and did a thin mat of white cardstock and then a thin mat of black cardstock so it would stand out on this red and white paper. And I don't use a lot of red, especially like with mixed media, but this paper is just already mixed media looking, and I love that. So it's got enough red, but it's not a solid. And she is wearing a red scarf, which is the signature piece to the people who work at the Opera House. And so I kind of wanted to go with the red theme because she had received her scarf. And so if you work there or volunteer there, you have to wear a red scarf or red tie. And so she had gotten her red scarf, and so it's still in the picture. I had taken mine off, and so I don't have mine on. But so I decided to take some black leftover paper that is from what I trimmed out the big to map my picture, and I just tore it because I kind of love that, especially with that mixed media looking background. So I just tore it. The one at the top is mostly going to get covered over with those leaves, and I love the way those leaves ended up looking. I was starting to get a little nervous when I put it on the first one on, but then after I added the rest, I really like the way that it helps kind of cover all that black up there because it's got the little black triangles, the black background of the paper, and then the black strip. But I really wanted to go with that black and red theme for sure. So I tucked this little note card up here, and then I wanted to add a ticket. I mean, of all the times to have a ticket on a layout, it's got to be working the Opera House where you have to have a ticket to go in. And so I added that little red ticket and this little black heart, and then I'm going to come in a little bit later and add one of the wishing bubbles and baubles up there to finish that little cluster out. And then down here in the bottom right corner of the picture, I'm going to do my other cluster. Now, on her sketch, her cluster is in the top left corner and the bottom right corner of the picture. But because I intentionally made this picture big so you could see the Opera House sign, I didn't want to put a cluster in that top left corner. So I put mine in the right corner. I think it still draws you in to the layout and to the picture, of course. So I wasn't really worried about, having that necessarily surrounding the picture, because with my title going here in the middle of the right side, all three of my clusters are right over here on the same side. And typically you would put one on either side of your picture just to, kind of bring your focus to the picture. I don't think with this massive 8x10 picture, it's going to be hard to, be drawn into it. So this is, I love the way this turned out. So I use this little label that says making core memories with that white and the red stripe. And then that little tag that says love this, added the little heart. I'm going to add another little wishing bobble heart in there as well. And then in the bottom, I put this little so fabulous and the little happy, as well as another ticket. Because like I said, perfect time to use the tickets. I got lots of them. That's one thing that 49 Market is good for. Not that they're not good for a lot of things, because I love 49 Market, but they've always got tickets, and so I thought this is the perfect time to use those. And then I do a little bit of journaling with the date and adding a little note about working for Fiddler on the Roof and how Courtney got her scarf that night. And that is it. I was a little nervous about using such a large picture, especially that wasn't like a scenery picture necessarily, even though that's kind of the point of the background. But I love the way this turned out. I love how these leaves came out, and all that red can be a little daunting because sometimes it looks like, a murder scene. But I feel like it turned out really well, and I love how this ended up. So if you enjoyed this video and or my layout, I would love it if you would give me a thumbs up and or subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you will go check out all of the people who are have been hopping along, as well as Darla Weber, who created the sketch for us today. All of that information is below, and I hope you will come back and see me again really soon. Have a great day. I hope you get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love, and happy scrapping.